in the beginning, people didn't want to hear Wu-Tang. People uptown was like, I ain't got no time for that, man.
What are you talking about?
What they talking about? Right. What they talking about? They got kung fu sounds in the record.
I'm not gonna front. I didn't want to hear him the first time I saw them rock was at Jones Beach for the Greek Fest.
Oh, Greek Fest, yeah.
My man took me out there. I was like 14 years old. Shout out to Earl. Earl took all the young boys out there in this car like, you need to see what this is all about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I saw Wu-Tang come out and perform right there, right on that stage. And I was like, from there, I checked in for them right after that.
I think Fox used to play Kung Fu movies on Sunday.
Yeah.
I love that shit. So when I heard Wu-Tang, I was like, oh, this is great. 2 things I love in one. I know these movies. Like the little quotes they was taking from like Crying Freeman and all that stuff. I knew all those movies, so I was like, yo, this is dope, this fire. It had a different meaning for me.
What was it like when Protect Your Neck hit the streets? Because living it was different, because I remember going to school and watching girls in my class drawing the Wu-Tang logo.
First of all, when you pulled up, you was like, there's how many members?
Right. So the story is when RZA comes to me, because RZA's not giving you that type of music prior to Wu-Tang.
Right.
Prince Rakeem.
He's Prince Rakeem. Oh,
Prince Rakeem.
love you, Rakeem.
Right. It's Mad Happy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so you like, okay. So then the next time I see him, he's like, yeah, I got something new. So I was like, all right. I'm expecting this Prince Rakeem, you know? Right. And so I put it in. It's like, was this the same person rapping? Nah, we got Mad Chambers, son. I'm like, what? What just happened? And I'm like, what just happened? Well, you know, RZA, I switched it up, right? I switched it up. So I'm like this, like, okay. And so it was a whole different RZA. It was a different part. Well, yeah, it was a different presentation, let's put it that way. And so that was like, okay, it didn't exist like how they were doing it. But once you got into the lyrics, and Wu-Tang was something that I had to listen to over and over again, because there were certain things I missed. I was like, let me listen to that again. What did he just say? And so I had to go back, which I thought was kind of dope that I had to go back and listen to it again, because, you know, I think that I know everything, and I'm like, I don't understand what he's saying right here. So, which was fine, which made it, I don't know, for me, as a consumer of hip hop, right, or of anything.
Right.
If I go to Disney World, I'm like, what? Let's go on that ride again. Let's check that out again. What just happened? You know, I'm just kind of like that. Like, I want to know more about it. You know, I'm curious. And so that's what Wu-Tang was. And I think it was a slow burn in the beginning, because it was like, people were kind of like, okay, what's this? Ralph keep playing, he would play this thing every week. They didn't even have a record deal yet.
Right.
It was just RZA did it, made the song, gave me the video, and they didn't have no deal. It wasn't until like maybe, I don't know, less than a year that Loud Records pops up and says, we're gonna sign Steve Rifkin, who was a radio promoter. Last time I saw him, now he has a record label. And he goes, yo man, you know, I'm trying to sign Wu-Tang. I said, that'd be dope, you know? And next thing I know, I get another version of it and it says Loud Records on it. And so I said, okay, so I guess he signed them.
Dang.
And then immediately that's when RZA comes to me and says, yo man, I gotta do another video. You wanna do the video? I said, yeah. So he says, I'm gonna send you the song Cream. And I was like, all right. And I put it in, I was like, what? Casuals, everything around, get the money.
So that's why you did the Coliseum block.
Right. No, that was Ice Cream.
Oh, Ice Cream, Ice Cream, I'm bugging.
Right, so I did Cream.
And Ice Cream, yeah.
We did Cream was in.
My bad.
So, you know, I'm a dude that pays attention to the boroughs.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Queens, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Harlem ain't really feeling Wu-Tang like that. We gotta take, because all their videos is mostly shot in Staten Island.
Yeah, that's fun. So, and Brooklyn.
Right, in Brooklyn.
You hit Bargain Bazaar.
Right.
I recognize, I was like, yo, hit Bargain Bazaar right there. That's crazy.
So we gonna, so that cats like that, you are gonna be like, yo, they was in Harlem?
Word, they was in Brooklyn, they was in, oh wow.
So we, you know, Willie Burgers, the little, what? That was, wait a minute, that's uptown.
Right.
So I told that to Raekwon years later. He said, oh, you had a plan. I said, yeah. I said, because I felt like when I mentioned Wu-Tang, or, you know, I was somewhere and we playing Wu-Tang or talking about Wu-Tang, cats was like, no, I'm not really feeling it right now. And
it was for us.
And it was for a certain group who still ride with it to this day. And that was it. And then they came with Ice Cream when you know, Purple Tape.
Right.
And you know, it wasn't the Purple Tape yet, but it was gonna be. And you know, and they, you know, can you do Incarcerated, Scarface, and Ice Cream? That's an A side, B side.
Right.
And so I did Incarcerated Scarface right here on First Avenue on 118th Street in Manhattan.
Wow.
And I did
Ice Cream
in Queens at the Coliseum because the Coliseum was hot.
Coliseum block.
Yeah.
That's
Shirt
the block.
cans.
That's the block.
Yeah.
The
Right.
Coliseum
Everybody used to go
sneakers,
to-
everything.
right. They had everything.
Barbershop, the chicks, everything.
Yeah. Queens was popping. You know, and it was,
Tell 'em, bro.
You go downstairs, everything you needed, the jewelry.
That's the
Still to this
show,
day,
though.
they got the jewelry
everything
down
there. Yeah,
you know,
everything.
what's that?
Benny's, same
Benny's.
thing.
Benny's was right down
Benny's
there.
pops off there.
In the same sneaker spot, it's still down there.
This has got to be 92. I'm at the Greek Fest, I'm chilling, got a couple of my homies with me, we rolling. I get surrounded by these niggas. The Wu-Tang. Ed Lover, what's good?
The Wu-Tang.
Yo, what's good? We the Wu-Tang Clan. I was like, what? y'all ain't what? So I recognized RZA.
Right.
Because he was Prince Raheem.
Raheem, right.
And we used to
Many
play
ladies.
his video.
Right.
We love you, Raheem. I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
You're Prince Raheem. Them niggas shut me down. The RZA. Fuck that Raheem shit. The RZA. And I recognized the genius because he was the Jizza on Geffen.
Right.
And I said, I know you too.
Come
You
do
the-
me.
Yeah, come do. You the genius nigga. The Jizza. Nigga said, yo, take our shit on Wu-Tang Records.
Right.
Method Man on one side. Protect your neck on the other
Another
side.
side.
I said, bet. I listened to this shit. I had the ill white BBSs on it. Ill white fucking Toyota joint. Skirt set on the back. Pull the speaker out. Pull the radio out. Speakers in the back. I get in this shit. The shit changed my life. I was like, how do they make 8 niggas sound like one nigga? Like this.
Yeah.
Then I turn over, I'm like, who the fuck is an METHOD man?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this shit is incredible.
Yeah.
And I was hooked, and I don't give a fuck. Anybody watch this shit, you want to argue with me? Leave a comment, nigga. The Wu-Tang is the greatest
Leave it in the comments.
that ever lived, in my opinion, because of what they were able to do. What they did was take what Herbie did to the next level. Herbie had Salt and Pepper, Kwame, Kid and Play, Dana Dane, all of them, right, Sweet Tea, signed under his label, but under his production company, and they got them all individual deals, but they weren't one group.
Ain't nobody in history do that.
RZA had everybody signed, right?
Wu-Tang
And
Records.
then Loud had a first right to refusal on everybody. So if Loud didn't want them, they was able to go other places and get other deals for them.
Right.
Right? Well, Loud, you know, if you saw the Wu-Tang and American Saga, which is incredible,
Yeah.
you should see that. You'll see that RZA told Steve, you can have Wu-Tang because in them days, if you signed, right, when No Face signed to Def Jam, it was No Face for 7 albums, and then if Ed Lover wants to do his own thing, Ed still signed to Def Jam. Mark Sexton signed to Def Jam. Shy signed to Def Jam. RZA didn't sign that kind of deal. And that was unfucking precedented.
Never heard of.
Right? Them niggas did work, bro. They all dope on their own, and then they all dope together.
Who's your favorite?
Ghost. Supreme Clientele.
Iron Man.
I
feel like that was the last Wu-Tang album.
I'm Supreme Clientele.
I feel like that was the last Wu-Tang album.
Supreme Clientele.
I'm with
I feel like that was the last
It was the
Wu-Tang
other one
album.
after Supreme Clientele.
But
Ghost put out.
Bulletproof Wallace.
Bulletproof Wallace.
Bulletproof Wallace.
Come on, son.
Ain't nothing fucking with Iron Man. I'm sorry, man.
Yes, it is.
Is that
Iron
Sonny
Man.
listening? With that, I mean, with that with the skip from the Sonny Carson
No
skips and all that.
smoking around.
Yeah,
no smoking
I'll swell your
around.
eye.
I'll put trademarks all over
I
your
put
fucking
trademark.
eye.
Yeah, but Supreme
Come on, man.
Clientele is hell, bro.
Ah, man. See, Supreme Clientele is ill, but Iron Man.
And Bulletproof
man.
Wallets.
That was fire.
Bulletproof Wallace was crazy. What was that Supreme Clientele joint he did with the RZA? Girl, cause of you, I'm hurting. Within my heart. That's my shit, son. I had a girl named Rhonda from way up yonder. Hey, yo, God, don't fuck with her. Come on, man. That shit ain't no love to be found. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I gotta ask, are you aware of the thing BEATZ's doing?
With the greatest groups of all time? Yeah, I heard about it.
You know the last two finalists?
It's Wu-Tang and who?
Death Row.
Wu-Tang's better than Death Row. Death Row wasn't a group. There's a crew.
But
Yeah, that's what it is. Greatest rapper.
But they weren't a group. We got shit off of Capadonna. Capadonna on Iron Man. What the fuck off on Iron Man?
Right? Let us milk this cow.
Winter War.
The best way we know how. Park Hill Shell.
They the greatest group. I don't count them. That's not a crew to me. That's a group. That's a group.
If you took them as a crew, you'd have to include Shaheem, you have to include Sons of Man, you have to include the Killer
But it's a group.
Return to the 36
It's greatest rap crew.
Old Dirty?
Listen. You preaching to the choir. I've been telling people vote Wu-Tang for weeks.
Vote Wu-Tang.
Vote Wu-Tang.
Snoop and all them, Dre is a fucking master of production, taking nothing away from Dre.
Right.
Snoop Dogg's album, Doggy Style, an amazing album.
Classic.
What's the name of them? Get at you? Who? These nuts. That whole album, fucking crazy.
Right.
Well, come on, son. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, son.
You know how long
Shame on the nigga that tried to run the game on the nigga.
Before I realized that song didn't have a hook.
Can't fuck with that.
It was only one verse.
What?
Yeah.
ODB. Brooklyn Zoo.
Brooklyn Zoo was
one
a verse.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
It was one verse?
Look at that.
If I listen to it, it's only one verse?
Yeah.
It's one verse. The hook goes once, and then that's it. It's literally one verse long. It's not two verses. The bridge, it's no bridge.
Probably because you couldn't get ODB to sit around and do one. That nigga was the illest nigga I ever interviewed on the radio. Ever. The nigga came up in the morning when I was on Hot 97. Eddie Griffin was before him. Eddie Griffin walks in from hanging out all night with a tall can of Old English at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Him and Old Dirty drink in the hallway. Old Dirty comes in. We used to always talk over beds. So we're playing the bed. Old Dirty puts the headphones on. And I'm trying to interview him. Yo, we got Old Dirty Bassin in the building, Hot 97, New York's #1 for hip hop. Return to the 36 Chambers. Yo, you got a food stamp card on the front of that. Old Dirty, what's up? I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to say what the fuck. And he just starts rhyming. He's not listening to nothing that me or Dre or Lisa, no questions or answers. He rhymed the whole time. Dropped the headphones and walked the fuck out. That was it. Same thing he did on Yo TV Raps. You ever see the Yo TV Raps version with Old Dirty?
No.
When I asked him, Old Dirty, well, you was late, bro. Was you was out in the studio last night? Nah, I was out getting fucked up. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Old Dirty was ill, man.
Yeah.
You can't make that shit up.
There's never been another.
You can't. But I'm New York. So although I love the funk that Dre and Death Row and them got, but it ain't, they don't have no shame on the nigga that tried to run the game on the nigga who buck wild with the trigger. I'll fuck your ass up. You ain't got no Hut 1, Hut 2, Hut 3.
What?
Old Dirty Bastard, live and uncut. Styles unbreakable, shatterproof. To the young youth, you wanna get gun? Shoot. Bow, how you like me now? Don't front the style, ruthless wild. Do you wanna get your teeth knocked the fuck out? Feel like you own it like that and then shout. Your RZA, come on, man. Come on, man. Even the skits, I'll fucking, come on, man. That's so New York. So it embodies who we are. Their own lingo, their own language, their own style. Niggas are saying cream right now because they said cream.
THOD, man. That nigga came on stage, my nigga, I never felt the roar of a crowd until that night there. They roaring. They looking at, I'm talking about when I say a wave, niggas is waving. 5,000 kids is jumping. That's my pure part of hip hop. Like seeing these kids
I never
jumping up and down.
That record. Never
you know what I'm saying?
That record.
So they rocking. Right? And then they did the whole record to the got more Glock next to you. Make it hot.
Niggas wanna stand next to you.
If you touch me, better bust me 3 times in the head. Or motherfuckers dead. Your thoughts sucks. Fuck the world. And I dropped the record. And he said, fuck the world. Don't ask me for shit. And then the whole crowd is singing. And they going like this. They going like this.
Oh, man.
Then they doing that, right? He's like, don't stop. He's like, met the cow. And they doing their shit. They get 5. Redman comes out he's on the balcony. They see Redman, the light with the Redman on the balcony. First record that he threw on was Tonight's Tonight. My nigga. Bro.
Mic check.
When I say this was the most, remember, EPMD got to come after them.
Right, wow.
EPMD had to come after them. Damn. And EPMD was hot at the time too, but Met the Red was different.
Yeah, that's different.
My nigga. And that and that's never what I was got in trouble with. So nigga Meth before while I'm DJ for Big here in my ear. Yo, son, you ain't had to play Meth versus Chef. He said, that's on my album. He said, how did you get? I said, I got the whole album too, bro. But I didn't know. I said, bro, I didn't know. I picked one record. I said, that's the record I wanted to play. He's like, you know what, S? Fuck it. Thank you, man. But just ask me next time, man.
Yeah.
He said, we cool. He said, we fuck with you. Cause just ask me. I said, all right, no problem.
All right.
How many niggas is in Naughty by Nature?
3.
3?
Yeah.
It's like 9 niggas in Wu-Tang, bro.
No, so like
Oh, hell no.
more than that. I wasn't
Nas the Killer.
No.
I'm not counting none of them niggas.
But understand this.
Getting jumped by Wu-Tang.
No. You know why I never got jumped by Wu-Tang? Listen. You know why? Let me tell you something.
It's crazy.
So when Wu-Tang first came out, Old Dirty gave me the tape. I was on 134th and 8th Avenue on the uptown side. And Old Dirty walked up on me. Yo, you SNS, right? So, yo, Old Dirty Bastard, Wu-Tang. I don't know who this nigga was. I don't know. I never heard of him. Never heard of Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang wasn't out like that yet. He gave me the tape. Yo, we need you to play this on your tape, son. It was Protect Your Neck. On the other side was Laughter Before Tears.
Wow.
Laughter.
I know the record.
It was the other side of the tape.
I don't remember that being.
Not the wax. Not the wax.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not the wax. The wax had Method Man.
Method Man.
Yes.
Okay.
The tape.
All right.
That means that was the beginning. That was the first pressing.
That was the inception of it.
That was the first pressing.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who that was. They gave me the joint. I played the Protect Your Neck on that mixtape. But they had the Method Man. Then they had the wax. They come out. The wax came out actually 2 weeks after the tape was already in the street.
You know what's crazy?
And that tape died. That tape died because Method Man song took over Protect Your Neck. And the group, people in the group was mad at that shit. And they was mad. Remember nigga had hatred towards Meth. Because that Method Man took off the way it did over Protect Your Neck.
Hold up. You know
You
know what's crazy? On the Wu-Tang Saga show, there's a scene, I think it's in season 1, where it showed old dirty bastard all high and shit up on in Harlem and just dropping the tape off. He was probably one of the niggas in the show.
I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
Well, Clue had a lot more help than I did. Yeah. Clue's brother is Scarecrow. Scarecrow worked for Steve Stout. Steve Stout had Nas. He was in.
And he's from Queensbridge.
And he's from Queens. So, you know, they...
Danny got with the Rock.
At the time, then he got signed. And then he got signed with I remember when they signed him. Because, you know, I wanted to get... I was supposed to be signed. I was supposed to get signed to Damon. Because, you know, I grew up with Damon Biggs. Right. Me and Biggs used to walk to school together. You know, I'm godfather of the hip-hop son. Like, yeah. Wow. Babalab, rest in peace, Babalab, man. Yeah. You know, Babalab always just showed me love, man. He treated me like a shorty. He treated me like, you know what I'm saying, young nigga coming up. So, I used to go to school with you. I thought I was gonna be signed in the Rock. My chest is almost. I'm about to be signed. Nigga, Dave said the realest shit. My nigga, I can never front on Dave. Dave can never front on Dave. Dave said, yo, S, man, the nigga hiding in you, bro. Real talking to you. He said, yo, you my nigga. We love you. But Clue's hiding in you. You gotta accept the fact. And you know what? He was. I'm man enough to say that in public. He was hiding in me. And he was, my nigga, I was sitting there every nights. I was sitting on my BM, and it's cold outside. It's snow. He dropped that locks, chest to chest, stock to block. I was sitting in my car like, the fuck I'm gonna do now?
It's all fucked up now.
I said, damn.
What you gonna do now?
I said, huh? I said, what the fuck I'm gonna do now? So then, I know I had, I was still a bad boy, I was still fucking with bad boy, like that was cool, That shit went out the window. So it was a party. It was a Mike Tyson and Puff party. Puff called me. He's like, yo, Playboy, need you for New Year's. I was like, bro, I already got another New Year's gig, and I charged the nigga $1,500. I was like, yo, well, I already spent half a deposit, so I need you to give me, the deposit money back, and then I'll charge you this. He was like, come on, Playboy. I said, oh, Puff, man. You and Mike Tyson worth like $50 million. I can't get $3,000? He was like, nah, Playboy, I'll call you back.
Damn.
Clue did it for free.
Wow.
He was up and coming. He was up and coming. He did it for free. And guess what? And guess what? Everything that came from Bad Boy went right to Clue. I said, bad move. Bad move. Bad move. That fucked me up.
But you keep it 100.
Sometimes I'm keeping it down. I got to.
That doesn't always pay off. Everybody's not always ready to hear it.
It's when keeping it real goes wrong, bro. When y'all started getting solo deals, did that cause any friction between y'all?
No. I was the first, well, not with me. I was the first one out the gate.
Right.
I always felt like I would get nervous when a new solo album dropped because I just wanted us to keep doing good. So we built an empire and I saw how far we could take that shit. Plus, it made me look better. I was front man. Front man. Look at my dudes. They getting busy. They getting money.
But you was kind of front man in the group, like Method Man was a single.
I was the only one that wasn't really afraid of leaving it all out there on the stage and shit. Whether that was a good or a bad thing, I don't know. But it felt right to me in that moment. So, yeah, and people took to it, Yeah.
Where were you for the improvement of Ray and Ghost? Like, if you look at Protect Your Neck to where they are now, they're leagues better lyrically. They jumped so many levels.
Well, there were dudes on the block that wrote every day. We got a lot of those cats still around. King Just was one of them niggas. Hey, I hope.
Black Fist.
Yes, he was one of those niggas.
No flows on the rodeo.
I remember what put a spark under King Just's ass. I remember he said a verse for me and Ray, because he was known as rhyming niggas, and we laughed at him. Because he was doing the old Slick Rick style where he was just taking every letter. He was like, J, something, you, yeah. He's like, niggas laughed at him. After that, Just left, I think, for about 5 or 6 months. Came back, nigga, he was Pavarotti out that bitch, man. Ray was one of those types where he's a get money nigga. So it wasn't always about rhymes with him. So he would take time off.
Right.
And in those times off, it wasn't about rhyming. Let's just put it that way, in those times off and shit. He had a lot of other problems he had to deal with and shit, but when he picked his pen up, it's like starting over again. You're still the same person, but you're not, it's like working out again. You still got the muscle memory, but you still got to work your way back up to heavy weight and shit, So Chef, he's always been a fucking beast. I think, honestly, we all really got our love for it from Cap. I think Cap, to this day, still writes a fucking rhyme a day. He probably I got about 30,000 comic books. My fucking garage is filled with these shits. Cap got rhyme books like that. That's how long this nigga been rhyming, like, seriously. When I moved to Long Island, back from Staten Island, I had to go live with my father because I was getting into too much shit. All the rhymes I was saying was they rhymes. But niggas ain't know that shit in Long Island. Now I'm the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all these stories, these niggas shit. Cap, Ray, This nigga Blue Man, and then when the rhymes ran out, I had to start writing my own. That's when I started getting nice. Because I had the blueprint right there. I knew all their rhymes. This was my blueprint.
Wow.
Right. First rhyme I wrote was with Chef. First rhyme I ever wrote in my life.
So where did Ghost come in?
Ghost was a beatbox. We used to call him Doug. Like Dougie Fresh.
Fresh. Oh, shit.
He was a beatbox at first and shit, and he was nice with the breakdance and shit, you know? My first rhyme that I wrote with Chef, because I used to be in a staircase with I've never seen anything like, we 12, 13 years old. These niggas is rhyming like professionals. I've never seen anything like this before. So my whole day would be, when I woke up, especially in the summer, go look for one of these niggas. Just hang with one of these niggas all day. And eventually we run into some more niggas. Eventually these niggas put, who got half? Back then, half was $2.50. None of them got 2.50 cents, get a ravioli bag of weed. Now we need is 50 cents. $1.50, nigga. 50 cents, we go up in the staircase, next thing you know, a session happening. Now this is ask Chef, ask any of them niggas that was in the staircase with it. It could be 2 niggas up there smoking, having a little session and shit. 2 turn into 3. These niggas got weed too, but we used to, in between the roof and the 6th floor is where we used to smoke at. We used to bang on the walls, all that shit.
Right.
2 would turn into 3, 3 would turn into 4, 4 would turn into 5, 6. Next thing you know, it's a whole fucking concert in this bitch, but it was always these rhyming ass niggas. Not just random niggas coming down. No, it was always these rhyming ass niggas. Hugo would poke his head. He was another get money nigga. He was a beatbox nigga though. He would poke his head in there. Okay, now we ain't got to beat on the wall no more. We got to beatbox. Niggas, yo, son, they had routines, all kind of shit. We had this nigga RZ. He was doing that shit before Biz. The beatboxing and talking at the same time.
Wow.
Crazy. But yeah, you know. And that was my path. I could have been hanging with the niggas that drank beer all day and played ball. Most of them niggas alcoholics now. No teeth and shit like that, you know. But it was 40 ounces for them. But I hung with the rappers. I hung with the MCs, and them niggas was doing. Niggas had. When I was in Long Island, I was a fucking jock. Okay, I was out in them streets by myself from the time I was 6 years old. My mother had to call the cops to come get me 3 different times. She can attest to it. 3 different times. 6-year-old, out past night. But, damn, I lost that shit again. Yo, it was right there. I had some shit too, right? You know what I'm saying?
Long Island, you was an athlete in the streets. You was a
Right,
jock.
I was an athlete. Mom, it was to the point, homeless. My dad, I had no idea he was on drugs at this moment and shit. And I was homeless. I mean, I was living with one of my friends because we lived in a building with 3 floors and everybody knew each other in here. One of my friends that lived in the building, I just started living with them. You know, and his mother was nice enough. I mean, damn near adopted me and shit. Anyway, I was a good kid. I had my moral code, my comic books, all that shit. Got into the occasional fight, but I was by myself. So niggas used to try and bully me all the time. I had to stick up for myself and shit. Moved to Staten Island. And I'm still a kid, I still like toys. I'm 12, I still like toys and shit. These niggas, they out there hanging out, we go to the park, fuck with the monkey ball, shit like that. These niggas out there standing in front of the building like this. That was it. And I'm like, okay, this is what a man is. I'm standing out here too and shit. And then niggas passed me the shit, and like I said, I used to fake like I was smoking, but I wasn't really smoking. Till I ran into this kid, Blunt. And he looked at me and saw me fake smoking and was like, you know how to smoke, man? And before I could answer, the nigga he was like, do your hands like this. It was called Ooh La La Sassoon. You lock your hands like that, you put your mouth on there, Blunt go in there. He blew the smoke in there, told me breathe in, I breathed in. Ain't looked back since. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Blunt. Thank you, Blunt. Yeah, I had a million of those.
Wow.
But like I said, moving to Staten Island, that was like, I was exposed to so much shit. So much shit, but I had lived there prior to that, you know. I was running around crazy then, but with my friends and shit, but we wasn't doing no bad shit like grown folks. This was still kid shit.
Right.
Did bad shit, flipping on pissy mattresses, being on roofs we ain't supposed to be on, throwing rocks at fucking people and
Kid shit.
Yeah.
Kid shit. Kicking Mr. Sizer in his ass. This was his old man, he was the superintendent of the place that I lived in and shit. And he smelled like pee. Old man smelled like pee and shit. He was a fucking pervert too and shit. And he had the first nigga I ever seen that had no voice box, so he used to have that thing. You fucking shut your fucking ass up, Mr. But when I moved back to Long Island and started with the sports thing, it was all sports. I hung around the jocks. That's what we did. In Long Island, anybody know anything about Long Island? Sports all year round.
Yeah.
When you're not playing football, you're playing basketball. You're not playing basketball, it's lacrosse, wrestling, everything. I wrestled a year, lacrosse, baseball, everything. I used to just show up to baseball just for the color day, where they had the color, where all the teams come out with the t-shirts on and shit in so many different colors. Whatever. Get to Staten Island, and these is niggas my age, but they doing grown folk shit. And I was amazed at it, like, y'all shouldn't be doing this. Y'all should not be able to rhyme like this at this age. Y'all niggas is babies. And this continued on for years. They sparked it in me, man. It was like, yeah, after that point and shit, that's when my mom's had real problems. Like, nigga, you ain't going to school and you coming in this motherfucker high? Nah, I got a story. This is it right here. This is my last story, though. Hated going to school, I'm smoking weed all day, everything and shit. And this is like my first year coming to live with my mother. Because my sisters left Long Island before I did. Like I said, damn near homeless. I'm living with, you know what I mean? Yeah. My mother got back on her feet, brought my sisters out there. So I'm sitting there, finally get to Staten Island, and I lost it again. Son of a bitch, see that? I done lost it. Where was I at with it?
Yeah. Your mother brought your sisters out, she got back on her feet.
Right.
But why the fuck I bring that up?
So this story, this your last. You had moved back again.
Talking about being a job.
Right. Your mom's is like, you not going to school and you coming in high?
Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, so this is her apartment. Sorry about that, y'all. Weed and shit, it happened. So we in the apartment. And I'm like I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out all different kind of ways that I can't go to school, but she always get me every time, get up. I ain't leaving this house, you gotta leave this house before I do. Cause she knew if she left, I'm going right back to sleep, so I just have to get up and leave and shit. I used to go to homeboy house, smoke weed all day, go to sleep at his crib. One day I just ain't feel for it, she woke me up and shit, so we had like this closet. A lot of black homes have them, but they won't admit it. Dirty clothes closet?
Yeah.
Okay. We had the dirty clothes closet. Nigga, we talking about bags piled up, son. Clothes. Nobody wear these shits anymore, just clothes.
Right.
My nigga, I go up in this closet and pile the bags up on top of me. And this is a mother's intuition, because my mom, like, never goes in this fucking closet. Nigga, ever. But today, she felt my knee. First she jumped. Oh my God. She's like, shotgun, get your ass the fuck up out of here. You going to school, get the fuck up out of here. Yeah, crazy, bro. Crazy, man. I tried to hide in the dirty clothes closet, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? And I was getting some good Z's up in there too, man. She went right up in there.
Good Z's. Wow. Wow.
Even
it's Hoffa. Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.